What is up, guys? Gurt here. I'm here for episode 2 of Gurt's Barracks Beer Guide. Picked up another beer today, so we're going to jump right into the review. As you can tell, I kind of upgraded my editing a little bit. I'm getting kind of better with the whole YouTube thing. So without further ado, let's get into it. Oh, and by the way, so if you haven't already seen my first video, make sure you watch that. That way you can kind of get a gist of what I'm going to be doing on the page and what I'm going to be talking about. Obviously, it's beer, but every video is pretty much going to be the exact same. So if you watch that first video, you're going to get a nice taste of what you're going to expect on the channel. Today's beer is the Elysian Night Owl Pumpkin Ale. So, Elysian started in 1995. There's 4 major pubs right here in Seattle, so I guarantee any bar you go to in downtown Seattle, there will be at least one of their beers they sell. In January 2015, Elysian was bought out by Anheuser-Busch. Now, you may not know exactly who Anheuser-Busch is, but just know that they own Budweiser, they own Bud Light, they own Michelob, Rolling Rocks, all of those little, smaller companies, Anheuser-Busch owns all of them. So the Pumpkin Ale is one of the 6 seasonal beers that Elysian makes. They make 10 regular beers all year long, but this guy right here is one of the fall edition seasonal beers, and I cannot wait to try it. So the reason why I bought this beer is because when I was reading on the side and saw all the stuff that it included while they brewed the beer, immediately I knew I had to try it. So it says brewed with over 7 pounds of pumpkin per barrel, roasted and raw pumpkin seeds, and spice and conditioning with nutmeg, clove, cinnamon, ginger, and allspice. Oh, and it's got a 6.7 ABV. That's good. So finally, without further ado, we're going to crack this bad boy open because I have not tried this beer yet, and I am freaking stoked to see what it tastes like. Okay, so the top is off. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to smell the beer in the bottle. That smells just like pumpkin pie. Wow. Now, I'm sure like most people is that when it comes to pumpkin stuff, you're not going to drink it or eat it unless it's the fall time. Like, I'm not going to drink a beer like this if it's the middle of the summer or sometime in the spring, but it just sounds and it just smells so right to drink right now. So my preferred glassware for something like this, and you really can't go wrong any single time you drink a beer, I don't care what anybody says, is a good old-fashioned beer mug. Okay, so I'm not going to do a million takes of this, so whatever happens in this pour, it's going to happen, and we're going to put it in the video. So without further ado, let's pour this Elysian Night Owl Pumpkin Ale. So you can critique my pour if you want, but I want a little head on this bad boy. I want a little bit of a top. If any. All right, there we go. Now the bubbles are starting to come out. That's a dark beer. So kind of a first impression I'm getting out of the beer mug. Not really too much of a head. You know, I gave it a thick pour at the top there, and I was expecting a pretty good one, at least at the brim. But smells still really, really good. Really good in the beer mug. So let's go ahead and take that first sip. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's do it. That's good. Oh, what the heck happened with the lighting? That's good. Seriously, this is a good beer. It's not too pumpkin consuming. Like everything that explained in the bottle, you know, the nutmeg and the allspice, I can taste it. It's got a really, really nice aftertaste too. It doesn't really stay in the mouth that bad. That's a good beer. Okay, so let's just go ahead and wrap this up. Overall, this beer, with the season, the time of year it is, and the overall taste, the look, I'm going to give this beer, I'm going to give it a solid 9.5 out of 10. And probably because it is, you know, fall season and I'm in that pumpkin kind of mood. But that is a good freaking beer. I don't know how many times I could say it to you. I want to say thank you to all you guys for watching. Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, tell your friends. If you guys know any beer geeks, bring them on this way. So, going to close it same way as I did the first video. If you're going to drink, be safe, don't get hurt. Tune in next time for Drinking in the Barracks with Gurt. Cheers.